The video game industry is on a tear with revenue on the rise. But there's an issue that many video game developers do not want to talk about, and that is cheating. With more money on the line, hackers try and find vulnerabilities that let players get special advantages. A recent survey by the security company Airdetto found 60% of online games were negatively impacted by cheaters. And many players actually will stop playing if they think that competitors are cheating. Josh Lipton has our investigation, Gaming the Game.
Eliminate the terrorists.
Take a close look. This is the exact same video game, but in the version on the right, the player has special software or cheats that makes it easier to win.
This is a bot behind us. This wall right here, we're going to see him in a second.
In this modified game, you can see the enemy through walls, a distinct advantage. Bill Demirkapa is an 18-year-old recent high school graduate, but don't let his age fool you. He's an expert in hacking video games to create cheats, something he knows could ruin the game.
I don't think that I'm either a good guy or necessarily a bad guy, but I think that a lot of what I do can be interpreted as being the bad guy.
To find cheats, hackers find vulnerabilities in the game's code. It's an advantage people are willing to pay for.
For the higher-end cheats I've made, I've sold them for hundreds of dollars a month, usually $100.
E-gaming insiders and cybersecurity experts tell CNBC that cheats are a huge threat to the growing video game industry.
Why would you want to play a game you can't win? It's just not fun anymore.
Alex Hammerstone works for information security consulting firm Trusted Sec, which helps video game makers keep their products secure.
Up here, you're buying different cheats or add-ons or things for the game.
He showed CNBC websites where players can buy and sell cheats.
These add-ons can be a lot like a professional athlete using steroids or some other performance-enhancing drug.
From a Halo tournament on the 99th floor of the Willis Tower in Chicago to a 16-year-old winning $3 million at the Fortnite World Cup in New York, the video game industry is on fire and expected to bring in $174 billion in global revenue. But in order for games to succeed, players say developers must stop cheaters.
When I experienced hackers in Fortnite, there was people across the entire map hitting me and headshotting me and instantly killing me, which is pretty crazy.
But gamers say it's uncommon to find cheaters at tournaments with money on the line.
If someone were to hack a tournament, they definitely would probably get disqualified. I'd hope so.
At most tournaments, the organizers control the computers and consoles the game is played on and keep a strict watch. But when it comes to playing at home, it's an ongoing challenge for game makers.
You're sort of fighting a battle you've already lost, because when I have my computer in front of me, I have physical access, so it's really difficult for them to actually prevent me from cheating. And the best thing they can do is make the bar high enough to where it's not worth my time.
Hacking video games was a presentation topic at this year's DEF CON, a hacking convention in Las Vegas with an estimated 30,000 attendees. That's where we met Bill Demirkapa and security researcher Jack Baker.
Because there's so much money on the line now, there has been a lot more of a focus on how can I make money off of that.
Let's say you're a game developer, you're a game publisher. What can you do to try to prevent these cheats?
They watch for patterns, they watch for signatures. There are ways they can look at behind the scenes to see if people are using these things. But a lot of it is still very reliant on users reporting.
Microsoft's 343 Industries is the maker of first-person shooter game Halo.
Halo has never really had a huge issue with hacking, thankfully. And for us as developers, competitive integrity and the experience of players online is crucial.
Epic Games, the maker of Fortnite, declined an interview, instead sending a statement saying in part, "We will continue to pursue all available options, including revoking access to Fortnite to make sure our games are fun, fair, and competitive." Demirkapa says he hasn't sold cheats since last year. Today, he has no regrets.
I'm trying to transition more into the information security field. Game hacking has been an extremely valuable learning opportunity.
For Nightly Business Report, I'm Josh Lipton.
Kappa demoed cheating on Rainbow Six Siege. Ubisoft, the maker of that game, told us in part, quote, Rainbow Six Siege does not tolerate cheats and exploits used in-game. Players found using cheats are penalized and or banned accordingly, end quote. We should also note that Kappa's demo was against bots or computers.